Landman season 2 just keeps getting better. With every episode, we're shown a new side of Tommy and the deeply complicated family that surrounds him. And honestly, we need to talk about it. Before diving into the heavy stuff, let's talk about Cammy Miller, because at this point, it feels like she's slowly becoming the true main character of the series. And I love watching her storyline unfold. Episode for emotionally wrecked just about everyone. And yet, Cammy was the one person still moving at full speed, refusing to slow down long enough to feel anything. It's gotten to the point where Tommy might as well be shouting into the wind. No matter how much advice he gives or how useful he tries to be, he simply can't compete with real money. Cammy is desperate for that massive offshore investment. And when every safe option collapsed, the only person left standing was Galino. Of course, he said yes, but only on one condition: Tommy has to be personally involved. Because naturally, Galino wants Tommy tied to him again. So episode 5 drags Tommy straight back into Galino's world, representing Cammy and a company both of them have essentially bled for. Before that meeting, Tommy does everything he can to pull Cammy back. He tells her the truth: Galino is dangerous. And he's right. The man is dangerous, plain and simple, but for Cammy, hugging the snake feels safer than drowning. In that moment, you can see just how raw she still is. She admits that if this deal falls apart, everything she's holding together, the project, the company, her late husband's legacy, could collapse with it. For her, Galino isn't a choice. He's the last option in a world that has stopped giving her any grace. And honestly, I get it. I don't trust Galino for a second. But I completely understand why Cammy feels cornered into making this deal, of course. Tommy can't keep things strictly business because that's just not who he is. During the episode 5 meeting, the conversation turns to his son, tensions rise. And suddenly everything spirals into something sharp and dangerous. It escalates so quickly that Tommy's hand goes straight for his gun. And honestly, I understand why. He's stretched thin, grieving, furious, and desperate to protect what little he has left. He's willing to risk everything to expose Galino for who he really is. And let's not forget, this man just buried his mother in the previous episode. From the moment he walked into that funeral, you could tell he was already hanging by a thread. As the episode continues, his history with his mother finally comes into focus. The show has hinted before that his childhood wasn't simple. But this was the first time we truly saw the fracture points up close. Returning to that house, surrounded by memories he never wanted to face, was like pressing on a bruise that never healed. And episode 5 doesn't go easy on Cooper, either. Even though his relationship with Rihanna finally takes a positive turn, Tommy sits him down and lays everything out. He tells Cooper the truth: he still has a lot to learn. And the way he's trying to find himself is reckless. Cooper is desperate to prove he's capable, even though he's clearly not ready for the consequences that are coming. But the moment that absolutely broke me, maybe it broke you too, came from Rihanna in episode 4. All she did was ask one simple, honest question: why hasn't anyone shared a happy memory about Tommy's mom? That question cracked something open in Tommy that he's kept locked away his entire life. That's when he tells the story that completely changes how we understand him. As a child, he once saved his mother from drowning in the bathtub. He thought he'd done something heroic. He thought she'd be grateful. Instead, she turned on him with cold, violent anger, something no child should ever experience. That moment shattered him. His childhood ended in that bathtub. And the way Billy Bob Thornton delivered that scene, it wasn't loud or dramatic. It was quiet, exhausted, and painfully honest, which somehow made it hit even harder. Then comes the truth behind his mother's collapse. His baby sister died of SIDS, and that grief dragged his mother into a darkness she never escaped. She shut down, numbed herself, and let the entire family fall apart. Tommy lost his mother long before she ever died, and TL lost the woman he loved in an entirely different way. Hearing Tommy finally say it out loud felt like watching decades of silence finally crack open. That vulnerability carries into episode 5, shifting the entire family dynamic. His children begin to see him differently, and Tommy starts to realize that sharing isn't weakness, it's connection. And then he does something huge. He brings his father home to live with him. It feels like the first real step toward healing in the Norris family. But if the episode 5 teaser is any indication, TL's health is declining fast. His eyesight, his movement, those quiet moments of confusion, it's all adding up. And I hate to say it, but I can't shake the feeling that Taylor Sheridan is slowly preparing us for something devastating. By the end of the season. And honestly, I'm not ready for more weekly updates on Landman season 2. Make sure to like and follow. And the video on your screen right now might also be worth checking out.